Hi there, Miss Kat and Pat Chris and everyone who's watching this video right now. We are from Team 8 and going to talk about the L'Oreal Group. So the content is that the story of the company that is going to explain by me. Puti is going to explain about the challenges. The third one is that key issue and opportunity going to explain by Mona and Putri. And the fourth one is that Zalena going to explain about the stakeholder impact. And the last one, Patar, going to talk about the communication objectives. So here the first one, story of the company. What is L'Oreal Group itself? So L'Oreal Group is known as the world leading cosmetic brand, and it's been in the market for 110 years, which is a really long time. And then their biggest campaign is known as that they want to celebrate the woman empowerment. Here's the brand status. As we know that it is claimed to be the first cosmetic group worldwide, and we can almost find their product everywhere. And there are 88,000 employees in the 150 countries, which is amazing number. And here's the product under the L'Oreal Group. There are L'Oreal Paris, Garnier, Maybelline, and also NYX, and etc. And we're going to talking about why the L'Oreal Group is being in the market for that long. And the reason is that we found they keep innovating and keep asking about the demand of the consumer and the feedback they consider about us. Their latest innovation is science, technology, and the beauty. The first one is that the Hapta, as we can see in the left. So what is Hapta itself? It is the world first handheld computerized makeup applicator for people with disability. So for those who want to wear makeup but have a trouble with hand movement, it is created exclusively for them. And the middle one is that the 3D shoe brow. Imagine that you can make your eyebrow and size, and you can modify the size, the shape, just through this printer in a second, and for maximum in a minute. How efficient is that? And the right that is that L'Oreal Paris Color Sonic. There is no again coloring your hand with your hand. Just you can just comb your hand, and then the L'Oreal Group already formulated and make sure that the cartridge, the inside of it, the hair color is stay longer than a normal hair color, which is a really amazing. And then what is really the L'Oreal brand message want to deliver to us as their consumer? L'Oreal believe that beauty is unites us all. It is a fundamental needs that goes beyond just mere appearance or the cover about the beauty, not just about the makeup. But when we dive deep more about it, it is about the self-realization and about the self-confidence. So L'Oreal prioritized that beauty should be accessible and more achievable and easier for everyone. And that's why it is inclusive. The inclusivity is ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their background, their difference, men and women are given the equal opportunities and access to have a beauty treatment. And this is the overall narrative. So there are three: the beauty for all, the innovation and the science and the sustainability that is going to explain by my friend.
Thank you, Veronica. Moving on to challenges, as you can see, there are three challenges that come from inclusivity, innovation, and sustainability. First, in terms of inclusivity, those limitations have challenged L'Oreal to think about how they can keep their commitment to inclusion in countries that are governed by oppressive regimes, and how can they keep and gain back their stakeholders' belief in their understanding of inclusion and their campaigns regarding it. Next, in terms of innovation, those limitations have challenged L'Oreal to think about how their other innovation that has a clear label of not testing the product on animals can still get accepted and sold to the public. Also, how they can gain their public trust back regarding their own commitment and actually keep it and prove it. Lastly, in terms of sustainability, those limitation challenges L'Oreal on how to make sustainable packaging while keeping an affordable price for consumers and keeping the business lucrative. Thank you. For the next slide will be presented by my friend Mona.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone, my name is Mona Katrina, and today I'm going to talk about the key issue that's related to the L'Oreal Group. So for this section, we're going to be focused on one sector of key issue, which is the sustainability. Next slide, please. Okay, so referring to L'Oreal commitments for sustainability practice in the beauty industry since the year of 2005, the overall narratives of L'Oreal that my friend had explained to you, and L'Oreal goals for the world's environment, which is the sustainability for all, there are some reports that had raised questions about L'Oreal sustainable practices. So one concerning aspect is the amount of waste generated by L'Oreal's production process. It has been reported that the company released between 15.6 to 14.9 grams of waste per unit of their product every year. Now, this waste, of course, not only contributes to the environmental degradation, but also raises concern about the efficiency of L'Oreal's production methods. And to add up, concern were raised about L'Oreal's overall carbon emissions in 2022 due to the company's massive emissions of 11.245 thousand tons carbon dioxide. Now, these amounts of emissions definitely have a substantial impact on global warming and also for the air quality. So, one particular damaging report for L'Oreal was its low rating in the toxic category in the Ethical Consumer Organization in the 2019 report. So that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Mona. So, hi everyone, I'm Putri, and continuing to the company's opportunity on how L'Oreal solved the issues mentioned by Mona are such as since 2007, L'Oreal has engaged in a packaging optimization policy based on three pillars, which are one, respecting consumer safety, health, and biodiversity. Second, reducing the weight and size of packaging or eliminating it, and promoting refillable systems and multi-doses to replace single doses. And third, replace some materials with less impactful materials by promoting circular economy using post-consumption recycled materials and using renewable materials. As an example from the three pillars, L'Oreal combined luxury with sustainability by developing Absolute Extrait by the Lancome brand, which is one of L'Oreal's subsidiary brands, as a symbolic of promoting refilling system that improve the environmental impact of the product, while also guaranteeing a premium experience for the consumer. Using this refillable Lancome jar and two refills represents a packaging weight reduction of 58% compared to using three conventional products. Another opportunity is L'Oreal's revolutionary tool, SPOT, or Sustainable Product Optimization Tool. SPOT is an innovative gem that was developed by three L'Oreal teams that can measure the social and environmental impact of the group's product by eco-designing L'Oreal products most responsibly. And in 2021, collaborating with the French cosmetic giant Lanzatec and energy company Total Energies, L'Oreal has produced a prototype cosmetics bottle that is made from a drop-in polyethylene created from the recycling of carbon emissions to meet its L'Oreal for the Future 2030 sustainability commitments. Among these commitments is a plastics roadmap target of 100% refillable, recyclable, reusable, or compostable packaging by 2025 and 0% fossil-based packaging by 2030. Thank you, and next slide will be presented by my friend.
All right, next I'm going to explain about the stakeholders. So I have identified several stakeholders that is impacted by the issues, and the first stakeholders is customer. So customer nowadays they are increasingly concerned about the environmental and ethical aspects of the products that they use. They expect L'Oreal to provide sustainable and eco-friendly options, and this customer may be concerned about the environmental impact of the cosmetics products, such as the use of palm oil or microplastics. Therefore, the negative publicity regarding the environmental controversies, it can lead to a loss of customer trust and loyalty. And aside from that, customers also have a significant impact on L'Oreal's environmental practices because their purchasing decisions influence the demand for cosmetic products, which in turn affects the production and disposal of these products. Next, there is shareholders or investors. So they have a financial interest in L'Oreal's performance. They are concerned about how sustainability initiative may affect the company's profitability and long-term value. So sustainable practices can attract socially responsible investors and positively impact stock prices. Next, there is suppliers. So L'Oreal suppliers, they are playing a crucial role in the company's environmental impact because they provide the raw materials and ingredients that is used in the products. And sustainable sourcing and the responsible supplier practices, they are essential to reduce the environmental footprint of L'Oreal supply chain. Suppliers may be interested in L'Oreal's commitment to sustainable sourcing, fair trade, and ethical labor practices, and they may expect clear guidelines and requirements to meet the company's sustainability standards. After I identified and understand the stakeholders that impact or impacted by the L'Oreal, I used the silence model to identify the prioritized stakeholders. So I determined which stakeholders that is require more attention using this model. And I found that customer, they have power, urgency, and legitimacy. Where a customer have moderate power, they are individually or they are may not have significant control over L'Oreal operations, but they collectively their purchasing decisions can impact the company's revenue and reputations. And for the urgency, the customer have a high sense of urgency regarding L'Oreal's sustainability practices. They are concerned about the environmental and ethical aspects of cosmetics products, and they want to see immediate improvements. And legitimacy. Customers have high legitimacy as stakeholders because their concern align with broader societal interests in sustainability and ethical consumerism. And the second stakeholders, it is shareholders or investors, and they also have power, urgency, and legitimacy. So shareholders and investors, they have high power. They hold financial stakes in the company, and they can influence its strategic decisions, including the sustainability initiatives. And they have a moderate to high sense of urgency concerning sustainability because it can affect the company's financial performance and regulations, which in turn impacts their investment. So they want to see tangible result in the near term. And for the legitimacy, shareholders and investors, they have high legitimacy due to their financial ownership of L'Oreal and their expectation that the company balances sustainability with the profitability. And the last one is suppliers. Suppliers also have power, urgency, and legitimacy, but supplier may have varying levels of power depending on their size and importance to L'Oreal supply chain. So the key suppliers who provide essential materials may have higher power as their actions can impact L'Oreal's production. And for the urgency, suppliers have a moderate to high sense of urgency regarding L'Oreal sustainability practices. They are increasingly under pressure from various stakeholders, including L'Oreal and including L'Oreal and regulatory bodies to meet sustainability and ethical sourcing standards promptly. And for the legitimacy, suppliers have high legitimacy as stakeholders because their adherence to sustainability and ethical standards contributes to L'Oreal's overall sustainability goals. So their compliance is vital for the company's supply chain sustainability. And since three of the stakeholders, they have power, legitimacy, and urgency, so they are classified as definitive stakeholders. Okay, the next one will be explained by my friends.
And now we are getting into the communication objectives. After all the key issues we mentioned before, here are the bridging company narrative by L'Oreal. The first one is visionary. L'Oreal has a program that is called L'Oreal for the Future in 2020. This program is focused to have a target to achieve 100% of recycling their own packaging. This program also focuses on reducing environmental impact, recycling packaging, biodiversity and water management, responsible sourcing, inclusive beauty, and lastly, sustainable innovation. The next one is customer education. L'Oreal provides a guidance on the packaging to raise customers' awareness towards their packaging. And the last one is sustainable program. L'Oreal take the beauty industry supply chain greener by doing a campaign collaborating with the Alibaba Group. Here are the references for our research. And that is all from us. Thank you for listening.